I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, but this robe will bring upon to the spiral immediate destruction. Hey guys, what is up? AwesomeTheSauce here, and I know, you're reading the title, you're looking at the thumbnail, and you're like, bruh, you made a video on pay-to-win items approximately like it was like 4 days ago. Here's the thing, even though I did make that video, there's actually more stuff that was released that's coming to the spiral soon. And what kind of content creator am I if I don't make a video on that? Now, if you guys don't know at all what I'm talking about, basically there are Twitter accounts all over Twitter. I will link the one that I got this from if you want to check this out, if you're into spoilers and that kind of stuff. But basically, whenever there are updates to the game, you can basically access game files and you can find things that are going to be coming to the spiral in the coding. So that can mean you can find out new dungeons that are coming to the game, you can find out about new spells that are coming to the game before they come, and in the case of this video, we know about bundles that are going to be making their way into the game. Now, obviously, I don't think that I have the power to change these things, but I do think I should review them, because this bundle, in my opinion, is probably one of the most pay-to-win bundles, but at the same time, I totally get why they're doing it, because I honestly think, for the first time, this is a bundle I would actually buy, and that scares me, because you shouldn't want to spend $40 to have an advantage in PvP, in PvE, or anything. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. I'll tell you guys exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to be showing you guys the new gear, and I'm going to be comparing it to things that are in the game right now, and you'll see why I really do not like the things in this bundle. Alright, man, to start off, we are going to be looking at the robe that is coming in the bundle, and the bundle, by the way, is called, I believe, I mean, they might change this, obviously, but the Great Below bundle, it's supposed to be like, I don't know, maybe Aquila themed, I don't know, like, you know, like all like water and whatnot, whatever, but I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, but this robe will bring upon to the spiral immediate destruction. No, I'm kidding, obviously. Obviously, nothing crazy is gonna change. I feel like, you know, if anything, you know, it's not gonna be that much worse than a lot of what's in the game already, but I really do have a problem with this robe. And I'll tell you guys why. There's a couple of things that really bothers me about this. One thing right away that I'm looking at is the fact that it has 1500 health on a robe that gives 18 resist. Just to give you a comparison, if I look at the Spooky Carnival suit, it gives 500 less health for 3 more resist. And it gives less block, less outgoing, you know, it's not even comparable. This is just Jade gear on, like, steroids, like, seriously. And what really bothers me about this is that if you're a Guardian Angel spammer, or, you know, if you're someone who literally has a strategy in PvP where all you want to do is prolong the game and not actually play the match, this gives you the tools to do that. I don't really have a huge issue, I guess, with that much health, and that much block, and that much accuracy, and that much outgoing, if they would just, you know, fix PvP and all these stalling strategies to begin with, but they're not gonna do that, so that's why I have a serious problem with it. Not to mention, I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but the robe also gives 2 cards that are basically a weakness permanently on you for the next 6 rounds. It's like a minus 25 brace. Brace itself is kind of broken when you're rocking a Jade strategy, so you're telling me that you want something that's even more powerful for even longer just because you paid $40 for it? Not only is this extremely pay to win, I can't tell you how horrendous this robe, just this robe, and we haven't even gotten to the other parts of this, just this robe could be for PvP. I have no idea really why they thought this would be a good idea. I think the reason even the Spooky Carnival suit is mildly okay compared to Jade gear is because the only major upgrade is the health, and it's also like several levels above, right? But you're telling me right now that for like a little bit of a level increase, you get 500 more health on a Jade set? I think that's ridiculous. I really do. Especially when literally it gives anybody who wants to be a complete headass in PvP the complete ability to do that. This would be really bad for PvP. I can't tell you how many people I've seen just rock a ton of resist and just keep healing over and over and over again and not even play the game. Either they should go after the people who use the strategy so that if you are clearly just stalling and you don't have any strategy that actually involves hitting the opponent. Either get rid of that or nerf this. You know, there's no in between here. You can't have both, because what I can tell you is that you're making the problem worse and worse for people who genuinely want the one piece of endgame content that they have, which is PvP, to be fair. Now, that's just the robe. Let's move on to the bolts. Bolts and cats and bolts and cats and bolts. I'm sorry. Okay, anyway. Bah! Now, let's ignore the fact that the card is actually kind of crazy for Storm. I actually don't even mind the card that much. I'm thinking about what this kind of boots, I guess, would do for PvP, and I can tell you right now, it's nothing good. This is simply too broken to introduce into PvP. You shouldn't have boots with 15 resist and 25 damage. I feel like that is so high. Here's the thing. It's not, if you look at it closely, it gives pip chance, resist, and it gives the damage, right? That combination with that health and crit is actually insane. If you look at all the other boots, even at level 130, right? If you look at all the other ones, for that much damage and that much resist, at the very, very least, you get some trade-off. Like for this, you get a lot of resist, you get a lot of health, and you get a lot of crit and a lot of damage. Basically, the trade-off here is that you don't have any accuracy, and you don't have anything in terms of pip chance. You can say the same about a lot of other things. Other boots at this level are very balanced. If you look at this, for example, these boots, because they give pip chance and they give accuracy, you get less resist and you get less damage. Now, you're telling me that you're going to increase the health from all the other boots that we have, you're going to increase the resist from all the other boots we have. I've never seen boots with 15 resist, and you're going to increase the crit. Why is it that the $40 stuff somehow needs to be so much better than all the other pack stuff that we have? I do not know. When I saw these boots, I was terrified, because already we've seen how bundles can completely just take the game and just ruin it for a bunch of people, but this is ridiculous. I know that bundles should be worth buying. I get it, but bundles shouldn't be completely better than every other alternative that we have in the game. If you're gonna give that much more resist than this, and you give more health, and you give more crit, alright? Just reducing the damage by 4% is not enough if you give also an extra stat with it. Either you have to get rid of the stat, add accuracy instead and reduce the damage a little bit, or reduce the resist. You know, there has to be something here. I can't tell you enough how broken these boots are, and this is coming from a guy that has 130 boots on 7 different wizards. I know what I'm talking about here. These boots are definitively better than every other like boots that you can get at this level. For ice, it would be a disaster. It would be an actual disaster if ice wizards had this. Ice already has so much resist. You're just giving them more and more abilities to just have too much resist, and all it does is create a problem for people who are part of the schools where people have ward pets for, right? I mean, if you have that 15 resist already, it's not uncommon to see someone with like 70 plus resist. Now you're giving boots that have no trade-off for even more resist because you pay $40. That's a serious issue, and once again, I have a serious problem with these boots. I don't know. I really think they need to be nerfed. I really hope this video reaches someone. I don't mind if the boots are good. I think that's great if the boots are good. That'll get more people to buy the bundle. But you can't create that much imbalance through that one update. I don't want to completely criticize King's Isle because very, very obviously they are listening. And I cannot make this up that they are listening. Because I'm really glad that I chose to make a video on this bundle because it shows that they've taken the advice of other people and what they've said about Maycast and bundle wands, because look at this. Bah! At first you would think a Maycast Tempest is crazy on a double square slot kind of thing. This is a very good example of something that's not super broken, but it's something that people would pay money for. We need more things like this. The double square slot is great for anybody who doesn't craft, and the Maycast Tempest is great, and honestly, because they capped it at 500 damage, it's not completely broken. This is something that actually doesn't outrage me in this bundle, and I honestly think it would add something to PvP to have a Maycast that's at least capped. So what I did notice when I looked at this is that they are capable of listening. A lot of people were saying how Maycasts on bundle wands are absolutely broken, and this is great. Look, let's just do a quick little comparison, right? That one to this one has double square slots around the same thing, right? It gives about as much, it gives a little bit more crit, it gives about as much, you know, pip convert. And the trade-off is that instead of giving as much damage, it gives a decent, you know, damage boost instead, and it gives a make cast, right? They could even increase the damage a little bit, and this wouldn't be crazy. What this bundle really tells me, you know, in conclusion anyways, is that what they do know is they know how to create things where the community feedback is there, but almost all the time they're either making things like the boots and the robe that are too OP, or they're making things like the wand where they're not really that good at all. I feel like the middle ground is really, really important. And I really hope that whoever's working there, they listen to this. Those boots need to be nerfed. I genuinely think anybody with the $40 to spare will basically just wreck everybody else in PvP. I can guarantee that to you. They're definitively so much better. And honestly, the robe, compared to the other alternatives that we have, adding more and more to the problem of Jade healers and Guardian spammers and all of that, I don't think that's good for PvP either. I already know that if I were to have $40 extra lying around, I would get that bundle and I would wreck more people in PvP than I used to. And I'm not comfortable with that at all, in my opinion. I just don't like the idea that $40 gives me such a notable advantage in PvP. As always, y'all, these videos don't work without y'all's opinions, so let me know what you think. Am I crazy? Are these just balanced compared to whatever else we have offered? Do you think it's justified? Or do you think it's pay to win, and do you think that PvP is starting to have more and more ways to just, you know, cheese it just with money? You know, I think that's where I'm at. I'd love to hear y'all's opinions, though, and I hope King's Eye listens to this and at least nerfs the health on the robe, and at least nerfs the resist on the boots. There's gotta be something here, man. There's just gotta be. As always, y'all, there's tons of links in the description, including my Twitch, my Twitter, my Discord, and my Instagram, so make sure to check those out if you want to get more involved in the community, and especially join the Discord if you never want to miss a notification on a lit upload or a lit live stream. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a sub if you're new, and if somebody has not told you you're awesome today, they doing something wrong, so stay awesome, bruh. And yeah.